Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This video is something I've wanted to do. I think I did it on my old channel but I'm not too sure, I can't really remember. But I decided to do it on this channel as well, and that is my top 5 favourite books. Now I have a lot of favourite books, but I've narrowed it down to the 5 that I love the most. I'm not going to ramble on with this intro, I'm just going to jump straight in, and these books are my favourite but in no particular order. So the first book I'm going to show you is one that I have read so many times that the foil on the front is rubbing off, and that is Glass Houses by Rachel Caine. It is book 1 in the Morganville Vampire series. I love this book and I have reread it a lot of times. It's just a book, despite the fact I know the ending, I can't stop reading. It is about this girl named Claire Danvers who goes to college in a new town called Morganville, and she pretty much gets bullied in college to a point where it's sort of dangerous and it kind of risks her life. So what she does is she looks, I think it's online, I can't remember exactly, and she moves into Glass House with a bunch of other people, and the biggest secret of the whole town is that Morganville is run by vampires, and I think that's why I love it so much. It's really easy to read, and at certain points it's very fast paced. Like, it's got to the point where it's actually falling apart in the middle of the book and the spine is so cracked you can barely see what it says. The next book is one that I had a really hard time picking. I've ummed and ahed between 2 books by this author and narrowed it down to this one. I do really enjoy this author's writing, but the book is The Perfectionist by Sara Shepard. Now, if you remember in my unhaul video, I unhauled her Pretty Little Liars series. However, this series and one of her other series I love. I honestly wish that there was a third book because there are some questions unanswered in the second book to this duology that I need answering. But if you don't know, this is about a group of 5 girls who go to school with this guy called Nolan, and they try to play the player at his own game, and if I remember correctly, he ends up dead. I had a bit of an oopsie with the camera, so sorry if the angle's changed. And in the second book, you kind of find out who did it, in a way. But a lot happens, and I really enjoyed it. The only thing I don't enjoy now is the fact that you may know, if you like Pretty Little Liars and like Sara Shepard, is that this book has been turned into a series. However, it's been turned into a Pretty Little Liars spin-off series. And I'm very disappointed that it's made into a Pretty Little Liars series because it's nothing to do with Pretty Little Liars, and it really bugs me. The next book is one of my favourites because I don't know why. I just really enjoyed it. It was really easy to read, and that is Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now, we read this in year 10 and we actually went to see a performance of it, and at the performance I was too much of a wuss to go ask this one guy for a photo, and that was the guy that played Mike from Tracy Beaker. But I love this book so much. If you don't know what it's about, I mean, how could you not? But it's about a guy named Jay Gatsby who always hosts dazzling parties at his mansion to try and get the attention of his, like, true love, I guess, if that's what you would call it. Now, I don't think I've really done the book justice with the description, so I do highly recommend you read it for yourself if you haven't already. But yeah, it's definitely 5+ stars. The next book is one which I love again. I love this author, and this author is one of the people that books, as soon as another one is being released, I will buy it without second thought, and that is Alice by Christina Henry. I love Christina Henry's writing, and I read Alice and read Queen, and I'm so very excited for the novellas to come out next year. I only wish I could get an advanced reader's copy. It is such a good series. The only thing I would say about this is trigger warnings to do with very serious things. I'm not going to say them in this video, but I will leave triggers next to the book in the description box below, so anyone that wants to read it can have that pre-warning. It is very dark. And then last but not least, this one I couldn't be bothered to take out of the box, so I'm just going to hold the whole box up. I love the entire series, but I'll point out one bit I did not like, but that is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I liked the first 3 books, these 3. This one, not so much. Number 4 I could have done without. I mean, it's not really giving anything to the story, so I didn't really enjoy it very much, but Divergent is one of my favourite books, and this series is the series that got me into reading in 2015, or at least back into reading. I read the first 3 books in 4 days because I could not put them down. I highly recommend this series. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below with what your 5 favourite books are as well, and like, you know, just have a discussion about it in the comments below. That would be lovely. But until then, I will see you next time with another video. Bye guys!